Alright, so I just finished cleaning up from Christmas and I thought I'd do a quick video showing you my craft space. It is actually the corner of my bedroom. See, there's my bed right there. Thankfully, my husband is gracious enough to let me take over the whole corner. I have this desk, which is my workspace. Originally used it as a changing table for my daughter. My daughter's crib was in the corner of this bedroom, and when she grew up to move in with her sister, I took it over. So I've got a desk, and right next to my desk I have a little cart that is on wheels that I can roll out and get to the things. Right now all my Christmas stuff is on top of it. Normally I have two baskets. You can see one is on top there, it's stacked on top of the other. One basket is for incoming mail, mail that I've received, so that I can, if I have to respond to it or keep track of it, and it sits in that basket until I've completely dealt with it, and then I put everything away. And the basket below it is where I start gathering pieces for future journals as I get inspired. And down below I have more baskets. This is for an upcoming journal. As I find little pieces, I throw them in this basket, pieces I think will fit in the journal. And behind that, there's another basket. I have a really small space. I use a lot of boxes and baskets. The basket behind it is for my send-outs, for sending out to people. I keep all the envelopes and addresses and other little bits and pieces in there. And the bottom shelf is books that I use often. And then this is where I keep all my ephemera. This is actually, this I recently got. It's an accordion folder, and all the has little different segments inside there, and I keep my smaller ephemera kind of all sorted. And this is where it all started. This was originally where I kept everything. Everything I did for junk journaling fit into this, if you could imagine. Oh, the good old days. Now it holds ephemera, it holds stickers, some tags, and just different pieces for creating junk journals. And then on top of the desk, I have this tray, and it's where I keep my scraps. If I feel like a piece of paper, like right now there's a lot of book pages and music, but if I feel like paper could still be, there's enough paper in something to use it, I stick it here to be used in future projects. And here I keep even the little smaller bits. Yep. And I've got little drawers for keeping little things in. Got some buttons in there. I think this one is, little flowers. I have past journals. Some of my very first journals here. Journals was giving as a gift. I was just given this one as a gift for Christmas. Very lovely and exciting. And the drawers, top drawer is my napkin collection. Oh, it's atrocious. So many napkins. This drawer, I keep all of my tools, punches, these bags. This one has grommet, everything for putting grommets in. This one has scissors, scissors that you cut and it makes different designs. In case you know what design was, this is the hand signal for it. Inks, I keep my inks in here and other little tools. So this is kind of my tool drawer. And then my bottom drawer is where I keep more of my fabric stuff. So, I use a lot of plastic bags to sort. So I've got zippers here. These were boxes that instant oatmeal were in. This is where I keep, all the trims. And there's some rickrack, and they're all sorted. And that's where I keep seam binding I get from Kelly Snow's store. That's half of my collection. And I just have little plastic bins for keeping pieces in. And then I have these I'm planning on making into something. And all my playing cards are here. So that's that drawer. Underneath the desk, well, it's kind of an abyss. I keep my larger books, dictionaries, and things. And then this is a wire basket filled with fabrics that I think I might use in junk journals. And this is my junk drawer. It's just filled with lots of little bits and pieces and tools, and you don't need to see in there. You don't need to see in there. And then on my desk, I have a little tray where I keep buttons for easy reach. And this jar is random ribbons I pull off of gift bags, or I don't know, sometimes I find ribbon in the randomest places. And so I just throw them in this jar. This is the most important jar. That's where I keep the chocolate. And then I installed this little shelf right here. It's the perfect size to keep ribbon on. So I'm just getting started on a new project, and I have pulled all the different ribbons that I think I'll be using in the project. And I stick them in there right here, easy reach, and I keep my glue. And then here is my arm for when I do my videos. I just moved that to this new location. I think I like it better. These are all stamps that I use regularly. Easy reach. Oh, and I just started a new system here. I kind of cleared up. So this little box, there's two little boxes here. When I'm creating journals, often I'll make something, there's a little piece left over, and it's very color specific to the project. And so stick it in the box. And then inside this box, I put a bunch of neutral fabrics, just small sections of them, so I can rip and cut off if I'm layering or just need a little bit of fabric. Because all my fabric, my bigger pieces, are either down underneath the desk, or I keep them in a vintage suitcase at the foot of my bed, and I don't go get them. Like, I know it seems silly, too much work, but if it's right here and it's in a small piece, it's easy to grab it and rip a piece off. And then I've got this metal tin, and this is where I keep dictionary pages ready to go. I keep all my tools, my scissors, pens, pencils, my hole punches, because I use those regularly. There are things like paper bags and my sticker words. It's also where I keep all the junk mail that I plan on using for tags. And I keep the inks that I know I'm going to be using. So I just did Christmas, so I've got there's my reds and my greens. So I'll probably put the reds and greens away in the drawer, and I just keep the inks I know I'm going to be using right here. And then, yep, you could see my wall of inspiration. There's from the second half of the year, and I took down my first half, and now I've got Christmas up here, what I've been getting for Christmas. And then right behind me, pan out a little bit, we have these storage right here. And this isn't all junk journal. I also knit and crochet, but these boxes, this one has my lace in it. This one has note cards and envelopes. And I keep my different papers in the bottoms here. And here are some more old books that I'll often pull papers out of. And here's where the rest of my stamps live. These ones they're special stamps, like specialty, that I don't use as often, but I can get at them. And I also have one of these containers is for ribbon, all my colored ribbon, sorted by color. And the last thing I want to show, working in a small space, is I have this large basket so I'm getting ready to do this journal, which I showed you the ribbon. And what I'm doing is I'm pulling from all my different spots, all the different pieces. I got ribbon in here, I got fabrics, I've got die cuts. Here's the rest of my seam binding collection. I pulled, here's a hanky. And what I've done is I am accumulating it all into this basket. So when it's time to make my journal, all I have to do is just look in this one spot. Everything I need is right here. And because my crafting space is in the bedroom, if my husband wants to go to bed, I can't craft, but I can if I just take my basket, grab my glue and my scissors, and I can take it out to my dining room table and work on it there. So that is my crafting space. That is where I do all my junk journaling, as well as you can see some yarn here, my knitting and crocheting and stuff. I do have a shelf up here, but that is, again, that's not junk journaling. That is knitting and other bits of stuff. But I try and use as many shelves as I can, baskets and boxes, and I try and use wall space as much as I can. So that's my craft space, and thanks for watching.